Robert Drury back again on my quest to get to 2200. I am currently at 2082, and let's see if we can get a game. Okay, my opponent is 2138. Looks like he has beaten me twice. So let's get started with a B3. And let's see. He played the E-pawn push, so I started off with the D-pawn, and now I will counter his push. My knight will come around to D2, and my other pawn to G3. And let's go ahead and get our Hippo set up. Right now, I've got to put a bishop on G2, and my pawns come up, but I saved it, so he played that. Played his bishop up so I can actually hit it with tempo. And now I will complete my, well, I'm not got a full Hippo yet. I got one move left. Okay, so he is targeting this pawn with the battery. Okay, so now I can push here and then bring my other pawn around, or my knight around to G2, or I can tell you what, let's do this first. I push there a lot just to get him to push, but I'm not sure that's the best. And we usually prefer them to push, but here lately I've been having opponents that really haven't been doing that. Okay. All right, we're going to push. And we will see what he does. If he takes, we will take back. We will take back. And we will take, what are we going to do? You want to take this way? Okay. Yeah, let's do this. That way, if he pushes, I can just take back.
It's all good. I'll try to hold it.
If he moves his queen over, I will have to move my queen over just to prevent him from basically giving me a check. Let's say he moved this king over here. Technically, I could castle, but then he could bring in here for a check or take a pawn, and my queen would be under attack. So, oh, and there he goes. Let's see, the castle. I take, he takes. If I come here, he's going to give me a check. Yeah. Oh, that actually worked. All right, so now we'll take that off the board. And we will I want that.
Wow.
No, I don't want him to do that. To push.
I'll try to cancel that too. All right, what do I want to do here? The fact he's got this file. How do I get rid of that? Come in here, and he comes in here, and he's attacking the pawn, so that's not going to work. Good push. I'll tell you what. Okay, so this is
All right, if I give him a push, he come right in here. That's it. Well, we'll do that. If he wants to give me the 2 bishops, we'll let that take place. And that's what he's doing. Let's do I want that though? Hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. All right, let's do this. And he takes back. He's targeting this. And we'll take it off the board. And all right, let's do this. We'll drop the bishop back. He can't get in. I mean, he can't get in. All right, yeah, it's good. We're starting to look maybe a little drawish here. All right, queen come or rook come up here, then rook over, and we will get the rooks off the board. There we go. And all right, this is looks like this might be. I don't know. We'll see. And what's he gonna do?
Wow.
I mean, he could technically.
I did not expect that.
Okay, let's. All right, so if I take here, he's gonna take. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, he's got to move his. Oh, he did not. All right, let's do this. All right, we'll do this. All right, now we're gonna isolate a pawn. All right, so well, we got a pawn isolated, but all right, let's go here. We don't want him to come in. And let's push here because we don't want to push. We'll just take. And we will come up here. And all right. Let's see what I want to do. I come here. All right, I push, take. And boom, boom, boom. All right, let's do this. Eventually, I'll be able to win this pawn.
That's crazy.
Okay. Now, what does he have? Okay. There we go. He pushes. Push. All right, so problem is for him, he can't push over here. Okay. He goes here, I go and I come. All right, so let's say if I come in here, then he's going to come. One. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, but if I go here, he pushes.
the sprint.
All right, let's do this. If he comes in here, then I'm taking.
It takes a while
And
for your character to make the next touch after you sprint.
he comes here.
I needed
I'm gonna
cut
come
really
here,
quick
and
to
he's
get away
got
from this
the.
guy.
All right, so if he brings his king over, I'm pushing the pawn.
Yeah,
All right, now he's got to come back here
they narrowed it.
or here.
Sort of closed in on that.
And what I'm gonna do is once he comes in here,
That's the
and
worst
now
part.
I can come up here, and I can start just gaining tempos on him. And let's go underneath.
What?
And let's go here. And let's do this. And here. And now he's got to push. And all right, so he's got push, and I'm just going to walk up the board and checkmate him. Okay, that was worth 9 points. I'm up to 2091, and let's do we'll analyze the game. All right, 83.2, 2250. The game rating really doesn't mean anything. A lot of it's just based on your rating. Percentage wise,
Amazing.
6 mistakes, 1 miss. It wouldn't clean it all, but let's go back and take a look at the actual game.
I don't know. That was a tough one.
All right, so B3 is an Nimzo Larsen. I play this move because it's not played a whole lot. And I figure the opponent's not going to know the opening as well with the Nimzo Larsen, but then when I basically transition it to a Hippo, then it's just not played much at all. All right, but anyway, let's go and go through. And like I said before, if he plays the E pawn, I'm going to play the D pawn. If he plays the D pawn first, I'm going to play the E pawn. All right, so there's my D pawn. Right now, once he gets 2 pawns, now you can play other moves, but I always like to just go ahead and put 2 pawns in the center because I don't want to deal with him pushing one of these pawns without me having 2 in the center. And this gives me an option. If he pushes here, I can push up. If he comes here, I can push the, all right. If he brings the E pawn, I can push the D pawn. I can just lock it up. If he pushes the D pawn, I can push the E pawn, lock it up. However, if he plays the E pawn, technically I don't have to lock it up. I can actually let him take, but most of the time I just lock it up. All right, so we go back, and now I play this move because, I mean, I can go ahead and put here, and, you know, if he brings his bishop here, I'm going to just bring a knight over.
I'll just shoot it.
The bishop to G4, I don't know, it's just not good for black because we're wanting the tempo to start with, and we don't mind if you take it, we'll take back and we'll take the 2 bishops. He drops back, bring my bishop to G2, and now we see this battery a lot. I can't castle in this situation, so I have to go ahead and develop I got a full Hippo. I got the 6 pawns across the 3rd rank. I got the bishops fianchettoed, and I got the knights on D2 and E2. And now, since he's already castled on the queen side, whenever I get an opportunity, I can castle
Oh my god, you're busted.
king side. I meant to say he's already castled on the king side, so when I get an opportunity, but
You did.
he's just gonna lock it, or not lock it up. He's gonna line his pieces up. Now the engine here says F4. I played now let's go. Is G4 a move?
I don't think so.
It looks like G4 is toggles back and forth on this list. After the engine's thought about it for a few minutes, it doesn't like it. It likes either F4 or D4. It likes to hit the base of this pawn. Okay, and I play G4, which is, and now I'm just making way where I can castle. But, he can always push and open it up. Now, the engine says just go ahead to H6 or push D4. If you push D4, we are going to push E4. So, he did not do that. So, all right, so here, all right, so bishop D7. G5. Let's see. It says G5 is 1.45 plus. G5. Knight comes around. Bishop to F3. And just kind of getting himself in trouble. All right.
Oh my god.
Did not play that though. I played the D pawn, and the D pawn is, it's not even on the list.
Oh my gosh.
And the engine says D pawn
That's
is
amazing.
minus 1.05. It really likes black, and I'm always banking on him pushing. But this guy doesn't push. He just takes. So take back with my knight, and now we're gonna trade out. Now I thought, did I take with the bishop? If I take with the bishop, he pushes. I don't know. I just didn't like opening up the king side. However, the engine says take with the bishop. I took the pawn. And now queen d7 was the move. And I already knew I was going to have to play queen to c1 if he had did that. Okay. So, all right. So he brings this bishop over, and here I was wondering, can I get away with taking? He takes, and I was worried about this move, but I thought, well, I'll just take it because now my rooks are connected if it comes to that. So I took. He brought his rook over, bring my rook, and he doubles. Take his rook at d7. He takes back, and now I've got to figure out what do I do because he's got this square. If I push the pawn to keep him out, then he's got the pawn here. Engine likes g5, which 100% sure why. Okay, let's see. G5, rook to d6. I don't know. Sometimes I don't understand the engine. A lot of times. All right. I push the B pawn. This B pawn is not a move. Not a move in the top four. And I'm forcing him to just more trade out. He takes, bishop takes, and the rook takes. And I'm going to guard the pawn, and then I'm going to bring my pieces out. Actually, I played this move, played the F pawn where I can bring my bishop, slide my bishop this direction. And he brought his bishop down, and I slid my bishop over, and now it's basically an even game.
What the heck?
And he goes king d. The engine like king d2. I went rook up because I'm just going to do a rook lift. And there's my rook, and he didn't take. And here I'm like, wait a second. I can take, and then I can walk my king up, and now he's got a pawn he's going to have trouble defending. Engine gives a slight edge to white here. I took, he took back, and here comes my king. And he brought his pawn up. Actually, king to f6 was better. Got to get his king in. I know what he was thinking. He brought his pawn up because he wants to protect this way. But, oh, wait a second. I got to go back to where I was at. All right. All right, he brought his pawn up, and that actually gives it plus 2.22 for white. And bring my king up. All right, he moves his pawn up. He's defending, but I just take. He takes. And now the engine says go ahead and play king to c4. I actually played the f pawn, which is, I don't know what I'm thinking. I mean, literally, I just bring my king up, and he's going to have a hard time defending. I can even play g5 according to the engine. I would think f4 would be good. I got a lot of good moves, and I play the move that's not as good. He takes, I take back, and then he brings this king up, and I play f4 to keep his king out of the squares. And it's basically even at this point. He brings this pawn up, and I go h4 because I'm just wanting to stop anything going on. But the engine's back to 2.66 advantage for white. He brings his pawn up, and now I bring my king up, and now he's going to have trouble defending this pawn because eventually he's going to have to let go of it. Brings his king over, and let's see. The engine says the top move is a4. e5 is a good move. I play e5. He takes. I take back, and now he's locked out. He can't get to the d6 square. He pushes, and okay, I don't want him to push down the board.
Oh my god, he's shooting.
So I lock his pawn side. Now he does he moves over on the king side. Brings his king over, and now a4. And now if he goes in here, I'm going to just take the c pawn. Then I'm going to just march my pawn down the board and queen. All right, so he drops back, and now I go a5, and now he's got to relinquish the pawn. Take the pawn. He comes in, and king to d4, go backwards in order to protect the pawn. He goes up. Now my king goes to d5, and right here it's just elementary at this point. Let's see. Give him a check, and king d6, and he's going to be mated because he's got to move this pawn, and then I'm going to just come down the board. He tried to pull the old move it up too. Maybe I don't know about the en passant. Unfortunately for him, I do.
Podgy's locked in, dude.
And now I'm going to push down the board and mate him, and that's the game. All right, I will see you on the next video. Currently at 2091.
Well,